Welcome. My name is Landon Lushanko. Today I'm going to discuss the topic of management ethics, specifically moral management, and how this approach impacts businesses. This information will be useful because I believe the moral management and the moral ethics approach will reap positive benefits for our business, management, and the employees. The point of this speech is to educate everyone on what moral management really is. I hope the examples I provide can help listeners make connections in the future when working for a business, being a manager, or simply even listening to the news. First, it's important to understand what exactly management ethics are. Management ethics are the standards of behavior that guide managers in their work and approach towards management. It provides a set of ethical principles to a business that governs a moral duty to do what is right or wrong. So there are three types of management ethics: immoral management, amoral management, and what I'm going to be discussing today, moral management. My group members Jordan Ewings and Tyler Banks discuss in detail more about the other two types of management ethics. Now that you know about management ethics, let's move into our focus for today, moral management. When first researching about moral management, I came across a question that I feel encompasses the topic very well. Managers using moral management are likely to ask themselves this: is this action, decision, or behavior fair to us and all the parties involved? The definition of moral management is when managers follow professional and legal standards of conduct while incorporating morals within their business to be inclusive of everyone. Moral management is doing the right thing. It is being that manager that cares about how their decisions will impact their employees. Many people were raised with morals. Just because you become a leader or a manager does not mean you're too good for others and ignore your morals. For some, it may be easier to understand this topic by using an example. A very current example of moral management is during COVID-19. Many businesses are suffering. Management is faced with decisions to save the company, save money, but protect their employees. In a recent news article, there was one business embracing the definition of moral management. A company called Alley Financial was able to move all 8,700 employees to a work-from-home position within a few days during the beginning of the virus. The company added 100% coverage for all COVID-19 testing and medical costs related to the pandemic. It created an employee assistance program from access to free mental health to 100% coverage for virtual doctor visits. These are all examples of moral decisions this company made for the company and its employees. When reflecting on this example, many may ask themselves what our current work is doing for us during COVID. I work for FedEx. They supply me with masks and gloves according to the CDC recommendation. These masks and gloves cost the company money and are not required, but it's the moral thing to do to protect employees. I feel that the management I work for use moral management within their business approach. There are different approaches to moral management, just as there are many different approaches to business strategies. One approach specific to moral management is the moral rights approach. Just from hearing the terms moral management and the moral rights approach, you may already notice they correlate well together. This approach provides an ethical code focusing on moral rights of humans such as the right to speech, the right to safety, and the right to express feelings. Some things managers will do while using this approach involve disclosing information in the annual reports for employees, allow employees to be aware of decisions being made within the business. Managers will not rely solely on numbers to make business decisions, stress teamwork, not individualism, and emphasize critical reasoning, not critical thinking. In summary, this approach will include employees rather than exclude employees. Managers will think about the impact a decision will make on employees rather than only the business. One would hope this approach is used by all management, but that's not always the case. For example, when working for FedEx, there are days that I have an extremely high number of packages to deliver compared to other days. Is this morally right to give one delivery driver 100 stops in one day, or is it more about the revenue of the company? Honestly, this is one thing that has turned me away from the business. The way people are treated by management and within the workplace has a large impact on businesses. Using moral management and the moral rights approach, a business can reap many benefits. The sizable impact on business using moral management is dependent on how long the approaches are used. It may be obvious, why wouldn't you want to work for a company that includes you in its decision making rather than just the executives? When moral management is used, it can improve employee satisfaction, produce more dedicated employees, develop stronger relationships between management and employees, and allow employees to stay with their job for a longer period of time. I know I used the example of businesses and COVID earlier, but when thinking about how businesses treat their employees during this global pandemic, many people reconsider their job when life turns to normal. They will be proud and happy for the place they are employed based on their experience. For example, management that failed to provide safety measures to their employees may lose employees when the company opens up again. According to USA Today, Walmart has begun requiring all employees to wear a mask during work. This is an approach to keep their employees safe during COVID. Walmart provides each employee with a free mask along with free screenings for COVID before each shift. These measures taken by Walmart are moral decisions that the business was not required to do, but shows they care about their employees' safety. When the world returns to normal, Walmart employees will remember how they were cared for and treated during the national pandemic. They'll be more likely to recommend the job to others, stay at this job, feel cared about and protected by management of the business. I hope these examples provide insight as to a few of many ways that moral management and the moral ethics approach can impact a business. Today I discussed management ethics, moral management, and the moral ethics approach. I hope that everyone gets the opportunity to work for a manager that uses these approaches and types of management ethics while doing business for them. Thank you for tuning in to learn more about moral management today. I want to leave you all with a few personal questions to ask yourself to relate to these topics. I also attached my email on this slide, so if anyone would like to reach out having personal questions regarding the topics I've researched. Thank you.